All right, so the purpose of this video is to show you how to use a tool that will find inverses of matrices um, rather than having to do them by hand. I mean, granted, a 2x2 matrix isn't that hard a thing to find the inverse of. However, when Calc 2, you'll have to do integration of a function by partial fractions, which you're learning about partial fractions this semester, and I'm trying to get you to show. And some of those systems that are created are 3x3, 4x4, 5x5, awful to do by hand. So let's learn to use tech for it. Okay, I seriously doubt you'll ever have to calculate an inverse by hand, even if you take linear algebra. So here, I've got this calculator for you here because this course didn't require that you buy a graphing calculator. So I'm going to show you how to use this free one. And where is this? I've got this linked in the course, and it's also mathisfun.com. You can search for a matrix calculator, and this one works pretty well. It's not quite as slick as a graphing calculator, but it does its job. So what we're going to do is not do that. I'm going to type in the coefficient matrix you correctly found, wrote the matrix equation. That's beautifully done. So we're going to change this to a 2x2 because the coefficient matrix is a 2x2 matrix. And we're going to type in those numbers, 6 and 1 and 12 and 12, Dan, 12 and -5. Then I want to find the inverse of this because, as you noted, you do A inverse times B. So we've got to find that inverse. So what I'm going to do is, you see here it says inverse A. So I'm just find the inverse of that matrix. And then I'm really done with matrix A. All I really wanted the inverse. So I'm going to store that inverse in matrix A. And now I want to multiply that A inverse, which you just stored, into B, or times B, which is this constant matrix. So I change B to a 2-row, 1-column matrix. 5 and -15, is it? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply A times B because A is my A inverse. So A times B, and there's the answer. And what did you get for an answer? 5 out of 21 and 27 over 5. So let's see. So a second, turn on that calculator, Dan. Well, I got my graphing calculator right here, so let's just use that. I had my handheld one, but second quit. Let's clear that. So I'm going to do, you said, what did you say? You said 5 over 21 and 25 over 7. So 5 divided by 21 and come on. Here's my mouse. Here it is. And 25 over 7. 25 divided by 7 equals, so that equals that. And what did my calculator tell me? Oh, let's see here. Right here, come on. And 0.233 and 3.75. There we go. Same answer. Okay. Now, if you have a graphing calculator app, go to the way you do it on your calculator is second matrix, and then you want to edit. This is the part where everybody makes mistakes. I forget to do it sometimes, but you want to edit matrix A, change it to 2x2. This is a 2x2 matrix, and then type in your 6, enter 1, enter 12, enter, and then -1, or -5, enter. And then when I quit this, I got those typed in correctly? I do. So second quit, and then I'm going to do second matrix, edit 2. I want to edit matrix 2, and that's a 2-row, 1-column matrix. And that's going to be what, 5, and then -15 again. And I got those in there, and then I'm going to quit. And then you're going to do, the nice thing about the calculator is you don't lose that original matrix. So I'm going to do second matrix 1. You probably have watched a video about this, I'm sorry. And x to the negative 1 takes the inverse. Isn't it funny, this reciprocal notation when used in matrix form is it finds an inverse. That's it. It's kind of different, kind of confusing, unfortunately. But then we do second matrix 2. And we should get the exact same decimals. Then the nice thing about the graphing calculator, you can say math number 1. If it's a fraction, if it's a decimal form of a fraction, it'll change it to the fraction form for you. Okay, so that's how to do this using tech. I encourage you to use it during tech. Write the matrix equation, do the calculation.